Hello, hello. I'm Jackson Cobalt. Welcome back to here. I looked up strategy guide on the wiki and apparently, okay, I did not notice that these four spots give it plus 10 defense because it wasn't portrayed in the Black Knight's stat line. So you're actually supposed to let the Black Knight come to you. Means I don't have all too many turns to get shit done. Then. I just need to be incredibly careful of some of the enemies. Marcy has Nullify, which means she can just run straight forward. You can go here. There with the Ultima Lance. Oh, nice critical. Nice! Save me some durability. It's good. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not enough. Okay, how do I want to do this? Nice. Okay. Nice. Well, the Astro proc was not necessary. You don't need to overkill that much. Fine, it has to be the urban. Damn. Unlucky. Okay, cool. Adapt. Nice. There we go. Nice going. Okay. Did slightly position her incorrectly, and she should be receiving a +5 defense bonus from the dragon, but whatever. Okay. Now it only deals 9 damage, and I get to deal 13 damage. I think that speed increase pushes me over the doubling threshold, right? Oh, not quite. I need another. No, I do double him now. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold off on attacking. Okay. I mean, that's not really an honorable duel, but... at least I killed the boss and got the Wishblade. Okay. I need to clear up the archers in the field for the remaining archers. Okay. This guy and this guy that are both scary. Bonnie... like... still not enough. Also need to eliminate you. Well, I have an easy pick for you. Okay. That's another easy pick. Now Leanne can safely use Vigor here. Allowing Soren to run in a little bit. Oh, well, turns out I didn't need to pick Excalibur. Okay. There we go. Keep you there. Silver lands with the Blood Tide is just barely good enough to kill. Oh, well, stun would have killed anyway. Oh. I guess I can speed run it. Really, the only reason to prolong the fight down there is to power level the strike of my dragons. Oh shit. I forgot about that. But I forget that I had 2 archers that I hadn't taken care of. What? Soul, no damage. Just in case of critical hit on the enemy's turn. And I want to make sure I get this full turn through. Okay, yeah, I think it's worth it. Do it. Wait. And neither of them can pick up Ina. One of 18, I mean... Steel dagger so that Bonnie kills. Okay. Silencer is just barely good enough without critical hits to do it. Oh, double adept flare. Wow. Didn't need it. I'm not power leveling my dragons, but whatever. Much quicker than last time. Oh, well, I did get a he did critically hit me, so... Impressive. Most impressive. Ha! You are stronger. Much stronger than before. I have you to thank for that. I grew stronger through our previous fight. Your swordsmanship was fearsome, fiercer and more powerful than any I have seen. After our duel 3 years ago, I trained hard, trying to remember all of your skills and techniques. General Gawain was invincible at the time he trained me. To surpass him was my ultimate goal as a swordsman. Was I as skillful as you remember my father in his prime years? Did you see his shadow in my sword? Certainly did, Ike. Thank you, I was able to fight my master at the height of his glory days. Black Knight Zelgius, you were my father's killer and my last teacher. I spent most of my life shrouded in darkness, but my life had meaning, now I'm certain of it. Piran, I will wait for you in the afterlife. Let's move on, we don't have much time left. Swords are calling to each other. The Holy Sword Alondite. It's the counterpart to your sword, Ragnell. I think it wants you to take it up. Can you still fight? Yes, I will keep fighting. I won't stop until I die. What's happening? What?
You bear the mark. So that's your secret, is it? The blood of the Laguz runs through your veins.
Yes. There was someone on my father's side who was with the Laguz. My lord, the brand. Do you know of a way to remove it? This cursed thing, I'm an outcast from my family. I joined the military to escape the shame and hatred in their eyes. I live in fear of discovery. When I think that I might see that same shame and hatred in another's eyes, I come close to despair. I have lived my life alone, unable to trust or become close to anyone.
Such loneliness and isolation, you poor child. It pains me to tell you that I know of no way to remove your brand.
I understand. It was a foolish question. I apologize. Lord Sage, I realized some years ago that I was aging more slowly than others do.
And you wish to conceal that fact, don't you? Is that why you rarely remove your armor, even when indoors?
Yes, but this ruse will not last indefinitely. In a few years, I will be forced to leave this army service.
And once again, you will be alone.
I am accustomed to being alone. My only hesitation is that I will miss studying the sword under my commander, General Gawain.
When the time comes for you to leave, will you come to me, perhaps?
My lord?
We share a similar condition. I see something familiar within you. I can understand your pain and isolation.
But why me?
I have a task that I must accomplish. With you at my side, I would feel more confident of my success.
If I join you, will I be redeemed?
I cannot say. At the very least, however, you will no longer be alone. And neither will I.
That is enough, then. You have made my decision simple. When I leave here, I will find you. I am a soldier in the Dayan army. I serve under the command of General Gawain. My name is Zelkius. May I ask your name, my Lord Sage?
My name? Of course.
Whose memory was that? It's just one of many. They're swirling everywhere. This tower resonates with their strength. But who is it? Who do they belong to? There is such sadness. Zelgius met someone, one lonely soul calling out to another. But he's no longer with us. Zelgius is gone. And now the soul that remains is once more alone. Okay. How dull. I don't sense any enemies nearby. I know. Would you all like to tell me a story as we climb? What kind of story? One from long ago, long before the grandparents of anyone here were born. In the very beginning of this world, there was only water until one day a girl appeared. The girl was very clever, and she forged the first land, and then she made the trees and flowers, and then she created beings. The girl was you, right, Yune, or are you talking about Ashira? Both, really, and neither, actually. At first, the girl was excited by her new world, and she thought of little else. Then she started feeling lonely. Every being she'd created was different from her. Not a single person could truly understand her. All alone, she grew sadder and sadder, crying for thousands of years. Then some creatures began to grow and change, becoming more clever and sophisticated. They tried to comfort the girl and eventually grew closer to her. That was the birth of Zunanma. They were your ancestors, Bjork, Laguz, everyone. In Bengian, we are taught that the Zunanma were human, Bjork ancestors. It makes me wonder what else in my country has been warped. It makes me wonder what else in my country has been warped beyond recognition. It's possible that the truth was simply misunderstood, like the way everyone calls me a dark god. But let me continue. The Zunanma worshipped the girl as their own goddess. They said her hair was as striking a color as dawn's first light, so they gave her a name, the Goddess of Dawn. She was a much beloved goddess. Goddess of Dawn. The Zunanma continued to evolve and change, giving rise to a variety of races and tribes across the land. Naturally, each of the races thought their own was superior to the others, and conflict arose between them. The goddess tried to make peace among her people, but nothing could stop the warring Zunanma. Trying to separate the factions, the goddess gave them different names, Laguz and Bjork, but this only intensified their conflict. And then, a great flood occurred. The goddess was only trying to bring an end to the fighting, but her power was so great that all the continents were drowned in the flood, all except Tellius. Are you sure about the story? It's very different from the histories that we've been taught. Among Bjork nations, we only know a vague fairy tale about the dark god stirring up a great disaster. Neither the Laguz nor the Bjork have an accurate depiction by the sound of it. I wonder where the story got twisted. There is another standing in our way. I have a feeling he might be able to tell us. Father? Huh? My father, just beyond these doors. My father is waiting. Degensi, King of Goldoa, is supposed to be one of 3 who defeated the Dark God Yune. He has been blessed by Ashira. Not only that, but it's a powerful, resilient blessing from long ago. He may be nearly impossible to defeat. Let's get everyone together. There's no better time than now. I was hoping to avoid this until we reached Ashira, actually. I hope not to have to do it at all. But she left me with no choice. I will give the blessing of Yune, goddess of chaos and freedom. In their natural state, the attacks of mortal creatures have no effects on divine beings. When Ashira set out to defeat me, she gathered her strongest warriors and bestowed on them some of her power. This is called the Goddess's Blessing. She empowered the dual swords of the Bjork swordswoman Altina. The Laguz warrior Soen and Degensi, the leader of the dragon tribe, were also blessed. I failed then, but this time it will be different. I'll use Ashura's own tricks, and I won't be defeated. Everyone, take some time now to ready yourselves. Bjork, be sure to equip your best weapons. I'll begin when everyone's ready. Are you alright, Micaiah? Yeah, I'm fine. How about you, Soth? Are you feeling alright? You're not hurt? I'm not a child, Micaiah. When are you going to start treating me like an adult? Show me your hand. What? Look at your hands. They're so big. They were so small when we met. Micaiah? Ah, sorry. Am I interrupting something? Commander! It's alright, guy. How can we help you? I'm scrounging around in my stuff and found some extra medicine. I figured I'd ask around and see if anyone needed it. I need to go get ready. Hey, there's no rush. We still have... He didn't catch a word of that, did he? I'm sorry about that. How long have you been with him? A long time. I met him when I was hiding out in the back alley of Navasa over 10 years ago. He was so skinny, but his gaze was so piercing. I wondered how such a young boy could look like that. One day I noticed he was standing close to me, just watching. He continued like that for a few days. One day I held out my hand. He was suspicious of me, but came over anyway. He looked like a scared animal. Then his little hand slipped into mine. It was shaking. His fingers were so thin and frail I couldn't let go after that. After that we traveled together all over the continent. No matter where we went, we were always together. The first time I met him, he hid it on a ship we were taking. He mentioned he was looking for someone who was like family to him. It was you he was searching for, wasn't it? I tried to leave him behind when we went to Crimea. I split off from him and took a ship to Bengian. But when I reached Bengian, the war had broken out between Crimea and Dayan. I knew I had to return to Dayan to look for him. I couldn't find him, so I went to Crimea, but I still couldn't find him. We found each other again after the war in Dayan, in the back alleys of Navasa where we first met. We took routes opposite each other. When I told him why I disappeared, he got so angry. I've never seen him get so emotional before. Can't say I blame him. I'd be pretty furious if I heard that someone I loved was wandering around 2 countries at war. Besides, I'm sure he hidden his feelings about being abandoned until he saw you again. I thought I was reaching the limit of how long I could stay with him. He grew each and every day while I remained the same. I didn't want to be harmed by the curse I lived with. Can you imagine how hard that would have been on him? You mean the blood of the Laguz? So you knew. Did you find out from the boy who's always beside you? Soren? Yeah. I guess you both know how to recognize people with a similar nature. Yes, he and I are both branded. Don't use that word. You and Soren are both people, just like me and everyone else. People. You're just like Yune. You call both Laguz and Bjork people. Why should I care about the color of your hair, eyes, and skin, or your ears, wings, or tail? No matter how long you live or what powers you possess, we're all the same. At the end of the day, we're all people. Soth talks that way too. His time with you changed him. Thank you, Ike. I've made up my mind. About what? I didn't realize we were doing anything but talking. I thought I might travel to a far-off place after this war was over, but I won't. I'll go back to Dayan. No matter what happens, I'll have Soth by my side. I have nothing to fear as long as he's with me. It seems the feelings between you two both run both ways. It's probably the wisest choice for Dayan, and Soth too, anyway. Oh, may I have some medicine? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Survive, Micaiah, we need you, and the goddess, you host, to save the people of Tellius. Yes, I know. Zelgius is the Black Knight. I don't know what to say, it's unbelievable. What was he like in Bengian? He was the right-hand man of my most trusted aide, Duke Sephirin of Persis. He was a hero, a perfect general, and the best swordsman in all of Tellius, who is never anything but loyal. But he was serving another country. Makes me wonder how Sephirin is doing. I doubt he's been turned to stone. Even though he was captured by Lacane and forcibly removed from his post, he'll have found a way to persevere. Sigrun was always said there's no other master of the arcane arts who can compare with the Duke of Persis. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Ike, don't tell me you're suspicious of Sephiron. Well, look at the facts. Do not trouble your mind with that thought. He would never betray me. It's nice to think so, but if he's not petrified, he'd have received a message from Yune, so where is he? Goddess isn't perfect. She said so herself. Maybe the message didn't reach everyone. You have to admit that's a weak excuse. Let's leave it at that for now. We need to focus on moving forward. Please, let's. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for you. What is it? Well, you're my trusted aide, just like Sephirin. You have to live, so protect yourself with this. A mercenary with a contract to act as an aide to the Empress of Bengian? Who'd have thought? But thank you, Sanaki. You're welcome, Ike, and thank you. Yes, Leanne, I have. That's a very powerful artifact. Actually, it would be a great help to us with what's been happening. I don't think so, Leanne, but you can try if you'd like. Oh, for me? Thank you very much. It's a very precious item. I'll make good use of it. Okay. Okay, so... LMDK SS ranked sword. Can you... You can wield it. Nice. Okay, so I'm supposed to equip everyone with their best possible weapons. Technically, your best weapon is Rex, like, but slightly. I'll get 33 uses out of Cymbeline though, so I'll do Cymbeline. I'll have you bless a Worm Slayer, just because it'll be good against Dragon, obviously. For you, it's gotta be Urban. And Lugnisad, Alandite, Rex Caliber, Silencer, Ultima Lance, Amity. Viking Convoy, I don't. That on you. The Tempest Blade is nice. But Mia needs some of this stuff. Take Tempest Blade. Give the Vulnerary and take a Brave Sword. This super enchanted silver sword. Super enchanted silver sword actually weaker than the Tempest Blade. Also, if I convoy give this steel sword, I can take this steel sword. I guess I could grab sword. Oh, Nefini, give the Steel Lance and take the Wishblade. Wishblade is 22. So Wishblade equipped. I wonder if I can enchant just like another weapon with like this. Oh, the double bow though. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. If I give steel bow, I could take the double bow. I can also just convoy that and take a silver bow. Micaiah can't wield Rexora yet, which is annoying. -7 perch is 5. Okay. Sonny's better. I'll have her take Rexora. Oh, and I'm not allowed to do any bonus experience or skill use yet, but they gave me a bunch of skills, but I don't have the option of using them yet. That's weird. think we're all ready. I'll need the Lagoose to transform. Let's begin. Okay, I'm all done now. Phew. That was really hard. I think I need to rest. Micaiah? Are you feeling alright? You don't look so good. I'm fine, thank you, Soth. What happened to Yune? She's sleeping. She wants us to take it from here. Alright. If we're all set, let's move out. Father! Perth Naga, I wasn't expecting this. It's safe to assume, then, that you've come prepared to fight? We have betrayed our vow to our goddess. And we should have learned, but the fighting never stopped. Now we must pay for our crimes. We must take responsibility and accept Ashura's judgment. No, you don't understand. It wasn't the war that awoke the goddess. It was my song. The Galder of Release freed the goddess. You can't expect me to believe that. We will wait here patiently for the punishment we deserve. If you are unwilling to await judgment, you will stand against the greatest of all dragons. Father, no! Why must we fight? There must be a way to talk this through. It's no use, Kurth. We have no choice but to fight. We must reach the goddess, and not even the King of Dragons can stand in our way. Okay, here we go. Here's outfit. I do have some bonus experience here. Okay. A lot of stat bonuses I'm getting, everyone. Let's use these Satori signs on the dragons. And then the rest of the experience, I think, will be Matthias. Okay, for more skills. Wait, no. Hold on. Items, Kurth Naga. Use Satori Sign. Use Satori Sign. Okay, can nullify the effects of an enemy unit's attack. Well, I'll throw passive on Kurth Naga, I guess. Okay, support I want. Okay, Leanna. Wait, hold on. That changes everything. So, outfit, manage, skills, void, remove, smite, assign, guard. Aid. I guess I can also assign smite to you. Why not? I guess Kurth Naga and Ina. Strengthen to B. That leaves Valencia and Mia. Just so that everyone in the tower has support bonuses with someone else, so they're more likely to trigger. Okay. Every single one of these is a dragon. I feel like I could probably have Ina talk to Nazir and recruit him. Probably good enough. Worm Slayer. It's finally time to make use of my Worm Slayers. Yeah, but I can actually kind of see the different tiles. These tiles give resistance and these tiles give defense. So faint. Jeez. How's anyone supposed to know about them if they didn't look them up? Oh, your blessed items don't have durability? Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't give her like an infinite tomahawk. I didn't. I looked over Jill. Bah. I managed to skip over Jill. That's fine. Okay. Huh. Why aren't these dragons have 1 to 2 range? Or why can't they attack back? Why didn't they attack back? Bizarre. Interesting. Okay, this is what I got a Worm Slayer for. But the fact that Lugnasad now has infinite... Like, look at plus 42 attack... 42 attack speed, and he's not even... Oh my, he's not even maximum. That's insane. Oh, now it's 43. Still not maximum. Oh, wow. Like, wait, that's not... That's so fucking busted. I feel like I should have actually just given him Blizzard as his enchanted weapon. If I knew it was gonna do unlimited... uses. Never not be funny. Feel the power of Ashira's faithful. What the fuck? Why are we so powerful? Okay. I mean, at this point, do I really need to kill everyone, or can I just run straight through and... Can't quite run straight through right now. Okay, Leonardo might actually be a better unit than Rolf because of Lugnasad. Like, Rolf gets more opportunity for experience and has a better and gets like slightly more usable, like can be more useful because you can like import stats and whatever. But at the same time, Lugnasad gives a +5 bonus to speed. Well, there's my last time Aaron use. really should have made Meteor the blessed weapon. Not Meteor, Blizzard the blessed weapon. Look at that. Okay, maybe going in like that. That's a bit rushed, I guess. Huh. Oh, and he can triple damage dealt. Okay. What I need are my snipers. My 2 snipers can probably obliterate this guy pretty quickly. I mean, Alencia also has a pretty good rate here. Actually, Alencia would want to stand here, except that doesn't actually affect... Alencia isn't strong enough to deal any damage. Okay. If, like... I guess what if I stood up there is a decent question to ask. But... Yeah, all of you are transforming. In place. Well... Okay, okay, Ike standing on the 10 defense tile in Blood Tide deals a sizable chunk of damage without taking too much damage back. However, I'm just gonna have him wait. Fools, by denying your judgments, you merely rush to your death. Next turn I need to check whether or not, okay. Let's go. Ooh. Mist still isn't doing great, unfortunately. Well, Mist is doing fine against people who aren't standing on the tiles. I was just assuming that Alendite is better than, like, Florat. 18 might, yeah. Okay. Go. That's pretty good. Ooh. I actually got hit. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's great. The poke. Sacrifice because I have renewal. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go. Oh, he heals 30. Degensi, Dragon King. I can see you have no intention on letting us pass. I follow my goddess's decrees. My will is unwavering. I have no choice then. Be on your guard. Very well, Bjork General. Our blessings may be equal and opposite, but your strength is a mere fraction of mine. Show me your best. Okay, let's do this. Am I allowed to talk? I am allowed to talk. I'm sorry to see that you stand with the king, grandfather. I once turned on him, and I will never do it again. Will you follow your grandfather's example? You know I won't. I can't. I'm sorry. It's alright, my dear. You can side with the prince. Stand by your convictions. Oh, I'm not gonna kill Nazir. Well, so basically all of the item play strategy has been removed at this point in the game. But that's fine. It kind of usually does around this point in a Fire Emblem game. This, and then just back up. Oh, shoot, that was not the one I wanted to do. Attack, that's fine. Also, they know giving every boss Nihil defeats the purpose of having skills. But it's a necessary evil because they also made every class have a one-shot button. I need the first hit of 19 to be like the last hit. I want to guarantee it. Man, the might is just not there. A might of 43 is not there, apparently. I'm confident in Marcia's ability to clutch this up. My prince, I was supposed to protect you, but I failed. No, Gareth. It was I that turned my back on Goldoa. Gareth, I'm sorry. Fortunately, I didn't enchant Thoron. I didn't think about enchanting Thoron. Well, it's about the same either way. Okay. Okay. Oh, Soren gets the kill. No! Has my body grown old, or is it my heart? Well done, you have beaten me. Father! Don't lose your head now, boy. This wound, this is nothing. Your power, how could you defeat me? I was blessed by Ashira herself. I gave them my blessings. Yune, is that you? That war long ago, I'm so sorry. You were right to fight against me. I was young and immature. The Great Flood was a result of my unchecked emotions. You don't have to apologize, Yune. I always knew you weren't actually evil, you were just too powerful. So why did you choose Ashura again? I had hoped that this time you would join me and protect the people. I'm sorry, Yune, but I've done worse to you. Long ago, we made a vow before the goddess Ashura herself. We vowed that we, the Laguz and Bjork, would never commit the same genocidal sins. We didn't keep our promise, and for that reason, I was committed to accepting my just punishment. Silly, stubborn old scale bag. You just don't know when to quit. You need to lighten up a bit. To convince the Laguz kings to follow my example, I rewrote history, hid my tracks, and declared you a dark god. All I ever wanted was to avoid conflict. Please forgive me. Don't worry about it, Degensi. I caused enough trouble for you, so I'll forgive you just this once. I'm pleased to hear that. Nazir, you followed your sovereign very far for having once left your country in disgust. I give you my sincerest thanks. No, my lord, unaware of my own king's true heart, I did what I thought had to be done. I apologize. Ina, I would like to tell you only that I wish you the greatest happiness in life. Thank you, sire. Now then, Kurthnaga, get these men moving. I will remain here, for I cannot move. Yes, father. We will stop Ashura, wait here for our return. We will be back. Yes, my son, I will be waiting.
We must save them. Even now, as we speak, countless Lagos slaves endure Binyan chains. They suffer terribly.
We have done all that we will do.
Admonitions and censures change nothing. Now is the time for the dragon tribes to use their strength to save the oppressed Laguz.
Goldoa does not interfere with the outside world. As king of dragons, I will not allow my people to fan the flames of war. Conflict on the scale you describe will wake the goddess and call down her judgment upon us all. This is the path to destruction. 1,000 years. That is how long we swore to the goddess that there would be no war. Have you forgotten our covenant?
Of course not. Yet there are Laguz who are treated as less than livestock. I cannot believe that this is what the goddess wants.
Goldoa will not move. This decree stands from the time our nations were formed. The goddess has not yet slept 150 years. Would you see the Laguz and Bjork destroyed? Would you see all of Tilius awash in blood? No. Unless destruction comes to seek us at our door, Goldoa will not move for the sake of future generations.
nothing for the Laguz who suffer in the current generation? Do you think it would comfort them to know that you condone their misery?
All things require sacrifice. Where are you going?
To Benyan. I will find a solution without you.
You who have lost your birthright? All you will accomplish is your own destruction. Hold! Hold, I say!
My queen, Rajeon, I will soon join you. My lovely Almeda, cherish life. It's happening again. Whose memory is that? Something feels so familiar about it. Is that your memory? Father. Earth, he's gone. I know. This is simply another reason to move on. Entrusted by my father to take care of our people, I will stand before Ashura as the king of the dragon tribe. They are getting stronger and stronger. Whose memories are those? I know him. Everyone, Ashura is nearby, just beyond those doors. That's where you'll find her. We made it. Finally. You should know, Ashura may have changed since before her slumber. Order and chaos are meant to naturally balance each other out. If you take one away, balance is lost. I don't expect Ashura to have the merest shred of compassion. Talking to her will likely do no good. We don't have a choice. If talking won't work, then we must use force. Otherwise, this has been all for nothing. How about you? What do you mean? Are you completely chaotic? Are you out of balance? As far as I can tell, you don't seem to lean too far in either direction. Ashura and I see things a little differently. During my long sleep, I was wrapped in sweet, gentle music. Heron Galdrar? Yes, but more important than the song itself, I was never alone. There was always someone singing to comfort me. Ashura shouldn't have isolated herself. She became lonely and bitter and lost touch with people. Hold on, this thing won't budge. What's wrong with it? Those doors cannot be opened. They have been sealed with powerful magic. Sephiran, you're alright. I'm so relieved to see you. I'm sorry to have been a cause for concern, Apostle. Forgive me. Sephiran, there's something I need to tell you. I'm not a true apostle. I didn't mean to abuse your trust. I've known that for some time, Sanaki. Don't forget that I was almost a father to you. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me whether or not you can hear the goddess. Sephiran, thank you for always having been there for me. Empress, you shouldn't tell him about General Zelgius? Yes, I suppose I should. Sephiran, Zelgius is dead. I know you put a lot of trust in him, but he was also closely allied to Dayan. I'm sure you've heard of Dayan's so-called Black Knight, Sephiran? The Black Knight was Zelgius. That's probably not news to you, is it? After all, it was you he was taking orders from. What? Ike, what are you saying? A man like Zelgius could never serve conflicting interests. Never. If everything he did for one master, isn't it so, Sephiron? I think I understand. You wanted to monitor the events within Day, and you sent Zelgius as a spy. Precisely. I felt it important to observe King Ashnard carefully. That was my goal. At the time, it was relatively easy to get an outsider close to the king. Ashnard was famous for employing powerful men with no regard for their background or social status. Obviously, he would have no need convincing once he saw the blade work of General Zelgius. The Black Knight tried to take the medallion from my father and killed him. Tell me, Sephiron, whose plan was that, Ashnard's or yours? Calm down, Ike. Sephiron, would you please explain? Sir Ike, I'm afraid your father's death was an unfortunate result of Zelgius's own personal agenda. I did not order Sir Gawain killed. However, I must admit that I did ask him to seize the medallion and hand it over to King Ashnard. The goddess was to be freed, and all living creatures destroyed. But come again? You're insane! I couldn't be more sane, Sir Ike. Attend and learn. My aim has always been to wake Ashura so that she might pass judgment on the people of the world. What I needed was a war that could spread across the continent. How could I achieve this? My attention turned to the young Dayan prince. I could use the fiery Ashnard for my purposes. He was ambitious, a fierce warrior, and more than anything, he had earnest desire to change the world. When I allowed him to know of the goddess sealed inside the medallion, he became determined to set her free. We could use Heron Guldrar or a massive continent-spanning war to throw the world into chaos. Lord Sephiron, what are you saying? Are you saying you wanted this? You can't be serious! Sanaki, my long life has shown me the people of this world deserve only destruction. The selfishness, the brutality, the disregard for others, the endlessly quarreling Laguz and Bjork. We have been given many chances to correct our behavior and ourselves, and have squandered them all. The only remaining hope for a peaceful, orderly world is Ashura to wipe us all out and begin again. To fulfill my ambition of destroying all beings, I had to use you. I had to betray you. This is some kind of monstrous joke. So you've been pulling the strings all along? Correct. Beyond just Empress Sanaki, you were trusted by a lot of people. Sephiron, I need you to understand, did you really betray all those people? I did. I don't need to hear anything else, then. I'm going to make your death as painful as I know how. This can't be happening! I won't fight you, Sephiron, I can't! Poor Sanaki. You will have no choice but to fight. The doors leading to Ashura are sealed by my very own magic. Killing me is your only way through. Sephiron! So it was you? All those memories penetrating my mind were yours. Since we entered this place, I've seen what you've been thinking, Leiron. Give it up. Goddess Yune. Why do you insist on calling me that name? I disregarded it so long ago, Yune. I've changed. Leiron is a thing of the past. All I want now is the end of all that is. Please don't stop me. Leiron. You're running out of time. At this rate, I wouldn't count on being able to face the goddess. I would hate to see you denied after coming all this way. Well, now you know who brought you here and why. I suppose that just leaves our fight to the death to take care of. Yeah, I might as well just toss it all into Leanne to give her, hopefully, some better survivability. I don't know if I have an extra Satori sign for her, though. Assuming she can use one. Okay, Kurthanag, I got form shift. Okay. Nazir. I'm sorry about earlier. That's alright. I knew you were in a tight spot. We will follow King Kurthnaga from now on. If he wants to fight alongside you, I shall use my power to assist. I see. Then you should receive a blessing of protection from Goddess Yune. I already have. I can fight Ashura now. You'd lend us all of your might? Of course. I swear upon the name of the Dragon Tribe that I will do my best. Do I have to remove somebody in order to add Nazir? Well, I'm removing Soph then. Every single tile here has some kind of defense or resistance or evasion boost. That means that item... Take all these stones. Okay. Let's fight. Okay. Oh, well, Deadeye's enough to kill. Emblem flare just obliterates. Mortals cannot stand against gods. Don't you see the futility of what you're doing? The Laguz and Bjork have doomed each other with mutual hatred. You have brought your extinction on yourselves. No, that's not who I was attacking. Oh, she still has. Oh, yeah, she still has to do the line, straight line. You can try to complicate things, Sephiron, but when it comes to this, you are my enemy, nothing more and nothing less. So be it. Oh, I have to kill all of the things surrounding him. Oh, that's fine. Alright, so I think I just win here because snipers are OP. Having two of them is really, really strong. Ooh, but the guard happened. Valencia can win it. But I need to get rid of all of these spirits first. Just so that I don't get cock blocked again. Okay, I'll try it with Sonic, with Oh, guard, okay. That's fine. Because I also just have Leanne, so I can use Leanne to, have Rolf get the kill. Because that's a max level Valencia. At last, I'm dying. Sephiron, hold on! Open your eyes. Sanaki. Sephiron, can you hear me? Somebody help! He's wounded! I'm sorry, Sanaki. The doors leading to Ashura won't open while he's alive. I can't save him. That's correct. Thank you, Yune. I'm sincerely grateful. Death is all you've ever wanted since this started. Everything else has been a little more than a terrible side effect. I'm sorry that was your only goal, but I'm happy to help you achieve it. Sephiron, I now see what you were going through. It must have been hard. I wish I could have helped you. Please, don't mourn for me. I am not worth it. I'm so sorry. I wanted to help you. I really did. Forget about me. This path was my decision, my tragic mistake. Lady Sanaki, I want you to have this. This is the Rudol gem. Wear it in memory of me. It will protect you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry I lied to you. Sephiron, don't worry. We still have all the time to spend together. Nobody can take that away. Nobody. Thank you. I'll be leaving now. Velgius is waiting. Sephiron! No! No! Asher is waiting just beyond those doors. Let's go. I'm sorry, Sephiron. I once lost hope in the Laguz and Bjork, too. I can see now that my punishment was far too strict. I was young and naive, and so sure that I was right. I wish I could have shown you the error of my ways, Sephiron. Goodbye. We got a Rudol gem.
Leron, I will not countenance this plan.
Hear me, Goddess Ashura. Yune's imprisonment within the medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect the other.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect in order to protect this world. It is as I have said. Yune must be destroyed.
Ashura, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not do this. Your world still needs you.
Leron, you have ever been a wise and kind-hearted child. In deference to you, I will place my faith in your kind one last time. For For the next 1,000 years, I shall sleep as well. When I wake again, I hope it is to a world of peace and order, where all prosper as equals. If I do, then I will know that you have advised me well. I will reward your counsel. I will also allow Yune to return to me. I will once again be the goddess of creation, whole and complete. Ashura, the dawn goddess, the name your ancestors gave me so long ago. I should like to hear it again. However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the medallion, I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure, as I will reward your success. And then you will know my judgment. You will pay for your sins, each of you to the last.
In the names of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So pledge Altina of the Bjork, Tegensia of the Dragon Tribes, Soen of the Beast Tribes, and I, Leron of the Bird Tribes.
If you believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world that has outgrown the atrocities of war, or if you feel the world has fallen beyond hope of redemption, you may sing the Galder of Release and awaken us both. Your heirs will possess that ability as well. Sing to awaken us, and tell us your tale. Tell us of the world your two kinds have built in our absence. We will listen, and we will judge fairly and impartially. This is our covenant with you.
It's her. Ashura. Ashura, it's me, Yune. Can you hear me? Please, please listen to me. You don't need to pass any more judgment. You can return the people to normal. I cannot. There are still people in my world who are made of fallible flesh. This imperfect world has passed beyond control. Now I shall pass my final judgment. Wait, you can't violate the terms of the covenant, Ashura. 1,000 years still hasn't passed. You're awoken by Galder, not by mankind's war. It doesn't matter. During my long sleep, Bjork and Laguz continue to fight. The children of flesh will never learn nor grow. Time will pass as always, but nothing can change the destiny of mankind. You have to look deeper. The first judgment didn't turn everyone to stone, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are not people as we know them, Ashura. These people have become something new. People, the Zunanma, are the only living creatures of this world that we didn't create. Animals evolved to become Zunanma, who then became Laguz and Bjork. That evolution continues today. Ashura, I'll tell you a secret you didn't know. Children can be born of both a Bjork and Laguz parent. There are still very few in number, but if allowed to flourish, mankind might become anything. If the two races continue to evolve, I'm sure something wonderful will emerge that you can't just bring that to a halt. Do not claim certainty of anything. The children of this world are born of chaos, and nothing could be more uncertain. The world does not require the evolution of man. My responsibility is to protect order, the balance of all life forms. Beings that evolve without my guidance, this will only destabilize and threaten this world. Because of that, you have to wipe out everything made of flesh? Is that what you're trying to say? Very well then. You and I have nothing more to talk about. My only choice is to defeat you. Yune, do not be absurd. You cannot overthrow me, just as I cannot overthrow you. Of course not, but they can. Everyone, the time has come. Defeat Ashura, or everyone you love will be a statue forever. These people, they carry your blessing, Yune. You mean to fight me? Ashura, our goddess. This is the world, and we are the people you created. You make it sound as if we're some sort of filthy creatures that just decided to settle down here and cause trouble. Mike, don't say it like that. We're not perfect. Sometimes our brains tell us one thing while our emotions tell us another. And war, the more we try to avoid it, the worse it is when it comes to us. People are probably the dumbest creatures alive. But somehow you're also the most endearing. It is your imperfections that make you so interesting. Imperfections very similar to ours. We know that we've messed up. We'll do our best to avoid more war, and make our peace. To make peace our highest priority. Ashura, just give us one more chance. All we ask is one more chance. You expect to reverse my judgment? The goddess of order cannot be so mercurial. My decision is final. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Then we will fight. We will save our people. Make your peace with whatever the gods worship. Your end is near. My end is near? In every battle that mattered in my life, I've always been the one left standing. No matter how slim my chances. This battle means more than that than any of the others. Because it's for the life of every person that I've ever cared about. We will win this fight. Jeez. Okay. Strengthen these supports. Okay. Fight. Everyone, listen carefully. In order to reach Zashira, we must first destroy the aura protecting her. Got it? Attack the aura. Am I not attacking the aura? Or did I just miss? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Ooh. Quiet. It's actually like really eerie quiet now. That's cool. We got a stun off here. Yeah, fortify. It's nice. Okay. Okay. Go. I can remove. That's fine. My level 20 boy. It's my other level 20 boy. Girl, I really didn't need this. Add a player. Okay, so I do this, Balder this way, and then I can retreat Leanne with Canto. Yor is gone. Excellent, now we can finish this. 65. Assuming this is... yeah, it would be magic then. Resistance here is 45. You're good to make the first blow. Oh. It's like, it actually, it doesn't just hit everyone. Well, okay then. It literally just hits everyone. It's not worth it. Back. $21 times 4 is 84. You would face me in battle? I need no further evidence of your kind's imperfections. This will hardly be a battle at all. Simply an end. Perish, flawed one. And Ike finishes the job. Oh. Cutscene.
We have to put an end to this. Take all the power I have.
Thank you. I'll use it well. What of you? Are you leaving?
I am.
This world does not need gods. We have always failed you. We've made you weak. That's why we must go.
You don't have to leave. It's true. We don't have much use for gods. But well, you show us what we should aspire to. We need inspiration. You give us a reason to grow, to become more than we are. And if we don't have that, Yune, we're nothing more than statues.
Can you forgive me for the pain I've caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us. How could we not? We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
You're right. I will try. One more time.
Epilogue time. Let's go! Completed the playthrough. Probably take a break from streaming for a little bit after this before I hop into Three Houses. Well, I guess this is over. We'd better be on our way. Are you going back to Dan? Yes, everyone's waiting for us. We have to start rebuilding all over again. Hopefully this time will be the last time. No, don't say hopefully. Make it the last time. If anyone can do it, you two can. I don't doubt it, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Thank you, Ike. I won't ever forget you. Round 15th Queen of Dayan. At her subject's entreaty, Micaiah ushered in a new era of prosperity and peace. Becoming Queen Micaiah's husband and her pillar of strength, Soth worked tirelessly to assist the poor. Edward lived as a common townsman. Despite the Queen's wishes, he would often visit the keep to bring good news. Leonardo toiled at rebuilding the army. With his proven skills and good looks, he was beset by women across Tellius. Nolan wandered the kingdoms, saving those in adversity. Stories of his altruism eventually became legends. Killed in Part 4, Chapter 3, Distortion. Liliana returned to travel with the merchant caravan as she had before. Somewhere, right now, he is hungry. Aaron served for many years as a lookout in his hometown. Everyone relied on him for his honesty, and if clumsy, work. Okay, so this is literally going to take so long because there's 78 playable characters or something ridiculous. Veronia worked tirelessly for his country as linchpin of Dayan's military and a pillar of statesmanship. The Hark traveled Tellius as a mercenary, resolving Bjork Lagu's disputes. Some say he eventually settled in Gallia. Queen Micaiah ceded Talraga to Jill. Bearing her father's ideals, she made her land and people prosper. Though unparalleled in strength as a Draco Knight, Carr never fought again. Rather, he carried cargo in Talraga. As Lady of Murado, Fiona watched over her beloved people and protected them until autumn of her years. I never used Fiona. Fiona was like level 0. Returning to Atari with recent events graven in her heart, Nyla hoped to migrate her people across the desert. Strangely, Plug was still in war form on the day he went home. Asked why, he said only, "It's more comfortable." Raphael performed a ceremony in Serenus Forest to wake his father, the king. Eventually, he returned to Atari. Ah, Ike, your work out there was superb. Hey, you aren't quite over the hill yet yourself. You know, I always wanted to go one-on-one with you, just once. I would have expected you'd had your fill of fighting. I've had enough kill or be killed to last me a lifetime, but something simpler. Some way of testing our respective strengths. You mean controlled matches with all the little rules they have? In a peaceful world, we need such things, especially we Lagoos. Without a fight now and then, we get a bit strange in the head. That's the honest truth. I'd rather try to order a river to change course than stop a bunch of rampaging Lagoos. Upon returning to Gallia, King Canegus lost no time in abdicating his throne. Countless songs still tell of his valor. Since their youth, Gifka had been ever at Canegus' side as his loyal shadow. He died proud of how he spent his life. Severely wounded in Part 4, Chapter 3, Distortion. Ranulf was often run ragged by advising the new king. While he winced at his duties, Ranulf still indulged Grimir. Oh yeah, Leaf died in Part 3, Chapter 7, Rivals Collide. After returning to the forest, Mordecai avoided battle and lived all his days in peaceful harmony with the tree. Oh, Lyre died even earlier. Chapter 4. Because Lyre is useless. Hazer remained a dutiful Gallian warrior. He showed exemplary diligence, never neglecting to train even in peacetime. Wait, sister. You're my older sister, aren't you? What do you mean? It makes sense. All the pieces fit. The Galder of Release, the goddess Yune's voice. It's true. Inside the tower I heard the voices of many hearts, and I knew. I'm descended from Leiran and Altina. Misaha, the former apostle, was my grandmother. Yes, I thought so. In that case, my sister, please consider staying in Bengian. With your power and charisma, you could do so much good here. No, I'm afraid I can't. Why not? Dayan is my home, and Dayan needs me to help it heal and rebuild, not Bengian. But Bengian has you, Empress. You will be a ruler. Just make your country proud to have you. Will I never see you again? Hardly. I think that what our countries need now is a sense of family and friendship. I ask you sign a treaty of alliance with Dayan and announce that we are equals. I will, of course. Once things settle down in both of our countries, that will be the first thing I do, sister. Thank you, Empress Anarchy, my dear little sister. This is a long ending. Empress Sanaki elected to guide her people in a world without the goddess, and made treaties uniting the continent. Sigrun was loved by her subordinates in the Holy Guard for her kindness. And guarded Sanaki all her life. Oh, I let Tanith die. Lamau. As Bengian's Lagoo's advisor, Hormod labored to help former slaves out of poverty. He was busy, but very happy. As Bengian's first ever Lagoo's official, Moram assisted Tormod and supported his efforts in every arena. Oh, Micah died as well. Yeah. I just stopped resetting eventually. Will you be heading back to Gallia first? We'll stop by Gallia and then wing straight on to Serenus. Serenus, why there? The Empress Seneki has kept her promise. Serenus will be formally ceded back to us. She said we may return immediately. Ah, I see. That's good to hear. Sometimes birds change their feathers. The hawks, the herons, even the ravens. We're thinking we'll all settle down together. All this time, we've sorted ourselves by our ways of thinking and seeing and living. If we can respect each other's opinions and we learn to compromise, we can learn to live together without strife. I don't think it will be that easy, but it still ought to be simpler than getting Bjork and Laguz to treat each other decently. You set a good example, Rayson. All the major issues look like they'll be handled soon. The only thing we can't agree on is hunting and eating meat. The forest creatures are off limits. Needless displays of violence as well. You know we will not budge on that. Tell me, have you ever heard of a vegetarian hawk? Or a raptor that doesn't scream victoriously at the skies after a kill? Meat, huh? That's a thorny problem. The Barn was chosen as the first king of the unified bird clans, and brought them great respect from the other nations. Saved from the Blood Pact, Nesala left his people and their nation. He became a diplomat, finding atonement in war. Grayson worked hard as leader in the new Laguz nation. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. As the new king's right arm, Janaf so eagerly trained his men that he often skipped meals, weekends, and sleep. Despite being the new king's left arm, Rulki still loved solitude, spending his free time in long, deserted locales. Leanne and her father made the forest echo with songs to stir pride in all those toiling to build the new kingdom. Despite his age, Nelushi worked hard to restore the name of the Raven clan. Every year, he set a new age record. Krithnaga spent his days arbitrating conflicts between nations, guarding the peace so many had died for. Ina returned home and gave birth to her lost fiancé's child. Goldoa rejoiced at the first dragon birth in centuries. Nazir served the new Dragon King by observing other nations in his travels, and often doted on his great-grandchild. Well, your majesty, shall we be off? Yes, let us, to Crimea, our homeland. Ah. Valencia governed Crimea with resolve and a deep love for her people. Her reign was remembered as a golden age. There's seriously no way to speak. Text up! All Crimea rejoiced at Renning's return. He chose to forgo the limelight, helping the queen to keep the peace. As captain of the Royal Knights and as a model of chivalry, Geoffrey served his queen and country all his days. Where the queen went, Lucia followed. Their love was fabled to be stronger than ever most blood sisters. Even most blood sisters. Bastion's unparalleled diplomatic skills ensured that many treaties were signed, spreading peace across Tellius. Kieran served the royal family with nearly fanatical verve. His voice could be heard from anywhere in the castle. Marcia showed her dedication as one of the royal knights, ever vigilant as she patrolled Crimea's skies. Melkolov remained as a royal knight because the Empire was too strict. Miraculously, he was never fired. As a royal knight renowned throughout the land, Astrid's beauty and prowess were known to her allies and enemies alike. Nefini lived with her family in Melior. Time and again she raised her lance in defense of the realm. Returning to his family in Oma, Brom farmed for the rest of his peaceful life. He never lifted a weapon again. Meg had an ordinary marriage in her village and had an ordinary family. Her house was always full of laughter. Heather returned home to care for her mother, swearing off her roguish ways. Yet somehow she always had money. The war over, Ganved hung up his lance and became a traveling performer. His act could make anyone laugh. Khalil returned to running the store with her beloved Largo and daughter Amy. Her bright smile cheered many hearts. Tanya remained second in command of the mercenaries. One year she visited the grave of her fallen friends. Once a year. Shinon lazes the days away in his old haunts. An expert at all he put his hand to, he chose none as his calling. Gatry became a famous mercenary and a household name. Fate let him find many women, but never true love. Oscar returned to the Royal Knights at Queen Alencia's request, but still took mercenary work on the side. Boyd trained day in and day out so as to not lose his spot to some stupid rookie. He never did either. Rolf remained with the mercenaries. He was always in demand as a tutor of unrivaled marksmanship. Chris served as a healer and opened a small chapel in the corner of their old keep. He taught school there. Mia set off in search of new opponents. She traveled the whole continent, but sometimes rested at Grail's retreat. Mist was courted by many young suitors in her time. She gave the nod to none of them and lived happily alone. When peace had settled on the land, Soren packed lightly and set off with the only person he had ever trusted. Once he saw his ability returned, Ike left on a journey to lands still unknown. He was never seen again. Okay. So, are they going to do the stats? Are they going to do the stats of who was the MVPs in my team? Alright, so my thoughts on this game, very interesting. I did like a lot of what the game was doing mechanically. And I like a lot of the concepts, and I like the story concept, and I like the different armies and whatever. I do not like what they did with the tower, because I feel like having you spend 6 maps training up like 50 freaking or like I guess it would be more like 30 characters, then cutting you down to 13 or pick 10. You have these selected for you, pre-selected for you, that are story relevant, which you could definitely guess that you should train. But then there's also only 10 others. Like, come on. It should definitely limit to be. There should have been more people in the tower, or at least something you could do with the set that wasn't in the tower. I feel like you could have done something there to make more of your units more relevant, instead of just like, oh, pick your favorite 10 or 9 or whatever the hell it was. Part 1 was my favorite part. Part 3 was probably my least favorite part overall, just because there was so much more for the Grail Mercenaries to do than anyone else that it made it feel like all of the Part 1 characters that I really, really liked weren't getting the experience they needed. So I do like fighting your own units in different armies. Like that's cool. I wish they do more of that in Fire Emblem. Overall, I think I prefer Path of Radiance to this game, but just like playing the first, like, this game is very, very long. But like, just like if I just wanted to play the first chapter of this game, I feel like that would be cool. Like if I wanted to go back and just play the first chapter over and over again. Like the first, not the first chapter, but the first part. The most interesting part of the game is definitely part 4. Not the epilogue though, because that's the tower. But like having to make decisions on who you're sending your units between 3 parties, and then switching back and forth between the 3 parties, doing different things. That's interesting, and I actually really like that. It's a way of making such a large cast feel viable. And then they went and did the exact opposite of that, and just said, fuck it. But, it is easier to balance around a smaller team because you can likely guarantee that there are more units. Like, let's say it's a 13 unit map. It's a lot easier for somebody to have 13 units than it is for them to have, let's say, 25. Especially after the pretty rough difficulty spikes in the part 4. So the game is so long, but I feel like a lot of it is rushed. Like I wish part 1 was longer. I wish part 3 was like broken up more between the Grail Mercenaries and the Dawn Brigade. And I feel and yeah, part 2 was fine. Part 2 was fine. That was a decently good length, especially since how broken Alencia and Joffrey are just as characters already. That was a good length. I think I'm really just bummed because I really like the Dawn Brigade, but there wasn't any reason for me to bring them into the end game with me because they just didn't get as much experience as the Grail Mercenary counterparts. And like they're good. They're good units. Like I was able to make very good use of them, but I also just didn't have access to them for a large portion of the game. I also don't like how they did supports, but they also had such a large cast that doing standard supports probably wouldn't be good. In days long past, a young man strode the lands of Tellius. He was simple yet true, his deeds brave and noble. He reunited 2 races long at war and healed the heart of a goddess gone mad. Ask anyone you know, be they young or old, Bjork or Goose, the hero named Ike, and you'll see a warm smile and a tale or two of faith, courage, and honesty. They're not doing a summary of units? Oh, they are doing records. Okay. God, yeah, those maps in Part 3 just took so long to get through with battle animations on. So I had to start turning off battle animation. Alright, let's see the unit records. Yeah, the bottom tier of units that all died, and then the units that I literally did not engage in battle with them one time. Apparently not even once. Ones that I used a little bit, but I didn't but I just didn't do much with them. Or I avoided using them for one reason or another. Or they were just support units. Now we're getting into the units that I actually did put time into. Oh, Aaron's down here at 34. I guess because I didn't get to play him all that much. Same with Meg's down here. I mean, technically down here is with Micaiah and Alencia and Har and Ike. So, I mean, it's pretty up there. Ooh, Leonardo at 63. Soren's at 68. Oh, okay. Fifth place, Jill. Fourth place, Marcia. $69 battles, nice. Oh yeah, Mia's third place. Well, Mia got first place in the previous game. I'm guessing Nepini's first place and Rolf is second place, because I didn't see Rolf yet. Yep, Rolf second place. Rolf's always second place. 90 victories and 115 battles. And 98 victories and 182 battles with Nepini. Yep. I mean, Nepini, Mia, and Rolf are the best units in the entire game by such a large margin. Okay. And that'll be everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jackson Cobalt. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your day.